Shanghai Revolution, also known as Chinese Revolution or the Revolution of 1911, was a revolution that overthrew China's last imperial dynasty and established the Republic of China. Shanghai Revolution created favorable conditions for the development of national capitalism. After the founding of the Republic of China, domestic industrial groups were established one after another. Opening factories and setting up banks became a trend. The economic power of national capitalism has grown significantly in just a few years.
During that revolution, there is a pretty significant scholar whose name is Sun Yat-sen. He is the great forerunner of the Chinese Democratic Revolution, and also the first Chinese bourgeois political party was built up by him, which helps the Chinese economic boost in after few years. His biggest contribution of this revolution was came up with three people's principles, which include principle of nationalism, principle of democracy, and the principle of livelihood. This principle was to protect Chinese capitalist economy development, to help China from poor to wealthy, and the 1911 Chinese Revolution was to achieve goals around these three people's principle.
Three People's Principle is a political philosophy and main economy theory developed by Sun Yat-sen to realize the freedom and prosperity of the Chinese nation. These three principles are often translated into nationalism, democracy, and people's livelihood. In his view, the economic life of people, their impact, and the implementation of their heritage were most evident in the organization of governments of the Republic of China. People's livelihood is the most important. One is land rights. The second is cultural capital. Sun Yat-sen talked about the issue of food and stressed that it was the first issue of people's livelihood. He believes the biggest reason the Chinese are not eating enough is the lack of progress in agriculture, followed by the appreciation of foreign capital.
The contribution of the 1911 revolution. After the revolution of 1911, the domestic industrial groups were set up one after another, opening factories and establishing banks. After the establishment of Nanjing government, Sun Yat-sen issued a series of rules and regulations to revolve the development of industry and commerce, and encourage the people to establish industries. Encourage agricultural reclamation and reward overseas Chinese for returning to China for investment. The province were required to set up industrial companies.
The leaders of the 1911 revolution failed to mobilize the broad masses of the people, especially the peasants, to take part in the struggle. Although put forward the slogan "average land rights," but in fact is not accepted by all the revolution parties, also didn't find the merit to solve the problems of land, and therefore failed to implement average land rights. Secondly, the long period of division and war has greatly hindered China's economic development and modernization. For instance, the so-called unified nation government could only receive taxes from the 5 provinces. It was not until the 1950s that the Chinese Communist parties reunified the mainland.
And the conclusion is Sun Yat-sen's success overthrew the Qing dynasty monarchy government. The second conclusion is this revolution was successful. And the third is China became democracy and not monarchy. Next, this revolution caused a lot of people death and injury, but the word is Chinese people can speak their own idea and opinion, hence China became a democracy place.